The story of Plato's Atlantis should not be taken out of context. Plato's Atlantis is a flood story, and therefore it should be taken into account with the roughly 200 other flood stories that are found from all around the world. To separate the Atlantis story from that, as my critics tend to do, is a mistake. We have another flood tradition here. Furthermore, there is a solid basis for that flood tradition in ancient Egypt. Plato said he got the story through Solon, who had visited Egypt in 600 BC and had been told the story of Atlantis by a priest in a particular temple, the Temple of Neith at Sais in the Delta. Interestingly enough, there's a temple of Horus at Edfu in Upper Egypt, which contains in full detail a description of a homeland of the primeval ones, an island which was destroyed in a gigantic flood, of which there were survivors, including, once again, 7 sages. Some of them came to Egypt, settled in Egypt, and created what are called primeval mounds that were built up and down the whole length of Upper and Lower Egypt, which were to be the sites of all future temples and pyramids. Now, that particular temple is Ptolemaic. In other words, it's younger than Plato. So one could say maybe they got the story from Plato rather than the other way around, except that that temple encodes the archives of the previous temple that stood on that site, which in turn encode the archives of the previous temple going back to pre-dynastic times. The language in that temple is Middle Egyptian, it's not Ptolemaic. That temple is yet another manifestation of a global tradition.